Today I'm going to be talking about flexibility and really what flexibility means through the lens of the Mythoself model. Because again, we're talking about these really loaded words. So how would you say that we talk about flexibility through the lens of the Mythoself model?
For me, the idea of flexibility is not really needing the world to show up or other people to show up in any particular way other than how they do. People, for me, who are rigid, need things to be a certain way. They need the fork to be on this side and the knife to be on that side and the spoon to be across the plate, or they're unsettled by it. Within the framework of the Mythoself model, it's having the flexibility to be present to what's going on in the system and being able to adapt to it and still hold your focus, even in spite of what may be perceived by others as an obstacle. Just turning it around and saying, okay, so this is what I'm presented with, this is what I need to do. The key to that for me is knowing where you are to begin with and being able to establish that sense of yourself when you're balanced, and then from there being able to get knocked around and being resilient and being able to get up again and just move forward.
Yeah, I was watching a video seminar the other day by a gentleman by the name of Seth Godin, and it was being hosted by a woman who's quite a well-known blogger, and they had some technical difficulties. The program was supposed to start at 1 o'clock. At 10 after 1 it was pretty obvious that it wasn't going on. By about 1:30 a lot of the people were sending in messages like, where is it, what's going on? By about 1:40 the thing finally got started, and she was absolutely fried. It was obviously, she was hosting, it was a tough situation, but she said it was interesting to see Seth, because as soon as he realized it wasn't happening, he turned around and he started writing. And he was writing pages in his book, and he was writing blogs, and he was answering emails, and he made 2 or 3 work phone calls, all in those 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as the camera came on, you wouldn't have even known. He was there and he was fully present.
Mm-hmm. I had an interesting thing happen a couple of New Year's days ago. I had some friends over, they had spent the night, we'd spent New Year's Eve together, and they stayed over, and I had set out a really amazing breakfast spread for them. And we had champagne, and we had smoked salmon, and some things going on, and I had poured champagne into everyone's glass, and someone wanted to take a picture of the way the table was set up, and that was fine. And then my friend's wife went to reach for something, and she knocked over her entire glass of champagne on this whole platter of smoked salmon. And she started to be like apologetic, and oh my God, I've ruined everything. And I go, wait a minute. I go, we have salmon that's marinated in champagne. What could possibly be bad about that? And to me, that's what flexibility is about, is taking what you've got and seeing it as some sort of an opportunity to have an experience that's going to take you further into the experience that you want to be having.